Hello everyone, welcome to Sadbuster Living. Welcome to this video. Today is kind of more homemaking motivation just because I'm in that season of life and trying to figure out other things right now. We're figuring this all out. So let's kind of do a recap and update and where I am today, and I'm going to start with that. So today is day 3 of my week vacation, and it has been amazing. It ended with a weekend where we had company from Indiana here, and we just did just the quiet fun things. So we took a walk and we went to the park, and the kids got soaking wet running through sprinklers, and we ate out at a lunch at a place I've always wanted to try since being here. And that was the beginning of a week vacation. The weekend, I typically don't have to work the weekends right now, and so is that really the start of the vacation? We could argue that it was Monday, but for 5 days straight I haven't worked, and it's been wonderful. I have clips of things that I've done with the kids or for the kids. I know I have like a clip making some cookies, and clips of us just doing things together, but even more than that, I just decided to leave the camera away and just spend time. And those were the best moments when I didn't have the camera, because I wasn't focusing on trying to capture it as much as just being there. And everybody knows that those are usually the best memories. But I think as a content creator, we're always trying to make sure that we capture everything that's important. But sometimes capturing it isn't what makes it important. It's just being there. So one of the funnest things we've done so far excuse me, is me and my youngest, I said, okay, I'll watch something with you. What do you want to watch? And I kind of suspected he was going to go for an Avenger. I'm not a big Avenger person at all, but you know, this is his time, and what do you want to do? And he actually chose a Bob Ross video, and he sat down and he colored and I crocheted, and we got to talk about some of the different things that Bob Ross was doing, and it was so much fun. And then as a family we watched Death in Paradise afterwards, because that's what we enjoy. And so it was just really fun, and I needed that. So, but you know, we're 5 days in. I have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I have 5 more days. And so I kind of want to, you know, even though I've been doing a little bit here and there, I really do want to focus more on preparing for going back to work and making sure that we can get healthy again. This past month has been really, really, really bad in terms of eating well, not just for our bodies, but also for the budget. I calculated it, and to be honest, I don't want to share it because it was truly embarrassing and disgusting to me. Eating out is not cheap, but I have to just let that go. I really could not do much of anything else. My son and daughter also took this time off for vacation, as well as my husband, and so you know, there was a lot of putting in extra hours where anybody could, and so we just didn't have the time for this. So, but speaking of my husband and my two eldest, they are not here, so it's just me and the younger 3. And we're doing this. So, brings me up to today, and I have been really thinking and really pondering on a lot of what I can put on the channel. Do I want to stop? No. It really is a creative outlet, and even though this is a big hiccup personally in the journey and in my life, I know that once things are figured out and I can go forward, that it will be an important part of learning. And so when this has happened in the past, I didn't really have any documentation of it, and I think it would really help kind of the goals that I have to have this documented. I feel like that was just redundant, but whatever. It made sense in my mind while I'm trying to think about this. In terms of like what content is going to be out, we're kind of figuring that out, to be honest. I just realized I missed an opportunity last night. It was Tuesday, and there was a food pantry. But to be honest, gas is, oh man, we'll have a little frugal chat here. Gas has been eating up so much of our budget. So much, because everything is just so far away from what we're used to. Apparently this is normal for Michigan, but gas eats up so much of our budget. And the less that I have to go out and about, the better it is. So that's what I really try to work on, is just as few trips as humanly possible, because every 5 days I'm having to fill up my van. As right now, on average, it's every 5 days. And we've cut out things like going to the YMCA every day, because I'm like, it's just eating up so much money. Part of it was time, but to be honest, a lot of it is just, ugh. I don't like it. When you have to go every day to work, it eats up so much. And then not only that, it eats up your miles on the car. Since October, we have put 14,000 miles on my van. It is crazy. Maybe we would do once or twice a year an oil change, and now I feel like it's every few months. It is crazy. These are things that people don't talk about when you start getting a job, and they need to be talked about, because holy moly, it affects your budget. So there's that little spiel. There's a whole lot more, and people are asking for a Money Management Monday video. It might just be a money management video. It might just be a money video. I'm not sure if there's managing anything right now. So I really do want to try to put down some thoughts, which is not something I normally do. I just kind of sit down and get it going, because that's how I roll. But I think I need a kind of an outline for this one. Okay, we're going to start at the heart of the home, right? The kitchen. There's several things that I need to put away. My Amazon order of the syrups we use to make lattes. Those arrived. These are my daughter's favorite, either the French vanilla or the brown sugar. This is, I'm not going to be able to say that, Ceruvia. I'm going to say it right, I'm sure. These are about as cheap as the other brands out there. These did not come with a pump, but the one I particularly like, is the Irish cream syrup. So the Irish cream, I really like this one. It almost has kind of a word, like an English toffee, for lack of a better word. I don't know, I just really enjoy it. They come with a bunch of these. The ones, when I order them individually, they come with pumps like this. There was, for $5 cheaper, that 2-pack of French vanilla and the brown sugar. The brown sugar is my daughter's favorite. And so I just ended up doing that. But all we need to do is use pumps that we already have. So I'll put, this is my Irish cream, I'll put that in my Irish cream bottle over there. Here's the brown sugar. And the one that came in my Irish cream, I can use for the vanilla latte. However, anytime I get them, nope, that's not the right one. I just put them aside, because then I can reuse them. Or if one breaks or cracks, and I need a new one. Then I have a few extra. I don't save all of them. Anyway, let's put this away on my shelf here. I'm sure you're getting a flattering view right now. But anyway, that's on the table and now put away, or on the counter and now put away. Got some things here. Alright, these are, I think she said 4 dozen? No, that'll be 5 dozen eggs. From a local person. I gave her a bunch of cartons as well as a batch of pumpkin muffins that you actually saw me made in another video. She was like, hey, do you want to barter, or do you need any eggs? And I'm like, well, I can't really afford anything right now, but I've got, you know, I think the time before that I gave her some banana bread, and this time I gave her those pumpkin muffins, and I just give her a bunch of cartons. And so she's happy and I'm happy. These are unwashed, and so they will last on the counter. And so anyway, this is going to be a project to kind of get those washed and put into the fridge because it's really hot in here and I don't want to leave them out too long. I picked up some strawberries yesterday. Oh, let me see. Strawberries yesterday from Aldi. I just picked up 1 carton. And the reason I did that was, let's go over to here. The local community garden was out yesterday. And these are a bunch of Swiss chard. So they had so much, and they said that people don't take those as much. So I grabbed, you know, a bunch of that. Looks like a bunch of basil. She was just so happy to know. This is actually funny how I kind of met her. There's some onions. And I said, hey, I think this is rhubarb. Is this rhubarb? And she said, it absolutely is. I've never actually really worked with rhubarb. This will be my first, it might be my second time. I might have done it one other time, but I honestly don't remember. And I know strawberry and rhubarb go so well together. So I was like, hey, I'm going to try to make something with that. But this is why she was so excited. She's like, do you know what these are? This is a person that planted, the kind of like in charge of the community garden. And I said, oh yeah, those are kohlrabi. And she's like, oh, you do know what they are? I said, yeah, my husband loves these. She's like, nobody knows what they are. I don't know how to work with them. How do you eat them? So my husband's favorite way to eat a kohlrabi, and he loves it so much. If you guys remember early on, years back on my channel, I talked about growing kohlrabi and how important it was that we did that every year. My husband just peels this. We take a potato peeler, just peel the out skin, slice it. It's like a very mild radish. Slice it. He puts some salt on it, and he eats it just like that. He loves it so much. And she gave me all that she pulled up that day. And I am so excited to be able to send this with my husband to work. So I need to kind of take care of that. And by take care of that, I just need to put those in the fridge. And I'll just peel them as the day comes. Talked about that. These are some, like I said, she gave me all that she pulled up that day. She pulled up 1 potato and gave me that. And the rest are the kohlrabi. And then I got a whole bunch of lavender. And some of this is going to go for lavender lemonade, one of my favorites for summertime. So we're going to work on that. As you can see, I need to definitely make some banana bread. I've been so excited waiting for these not to get eaten so I could do this. I'm going to take care of this. So I'm kind of like, okay, where do I start? Where do I begin? I'm going to begin with getting this into the oven. And then I'm going to see about what I need to do for strawberries and rhubarb. And with the, that was here. So with the Swiss chard, one of my favorite things to make with Swiss chard is a recipe that I found on a blog that I read years and years and years ago called $100 a Month. And it was basically her showing how she lived off of $100 a month for groceries. It kind of started basically my love of documenting a frugal journey, that blog. She taught me how to do Rite Aid coupon shopping. Then I had anyway, I won't get into too many details, but she had this Swiss chard quiche that was our absolute favorite, and I haven't made it in years. And I saw the Swiss chard and I was like, that's what I want to make. Also, when I make like that zuppa tusana soup that you can see from Olive Garden, it has like the sausage and the potatoes and the cream and either spinach or kale or whatever. I use Swiss chard, and it tastes it's just that green that you want. So that's going to be another thing I want to get done for this meal. And I think I have filled up my afternoon here pretty well. And then we want to kind of, like I said, get some meals made. So it is 12:36. But first things first, we need to kind of figure out a lunch. Now, I know I have an empty donut box in here. Okay, I know I have some of this leftover. This is jambalaya rice with some sausage. I think we should try to use this up. There's some tomatoes. Yeah, let's try to use that up first. And then we'll get back to what else to make. So, for lunch today, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to heat up a bowl of this. Somebody didn't put the orange juice away. If you get something out, you need to put it away. Gravy. We'll heat up that. I'm kind of seeing that there's not a whole lot of meat in there, so I might... well, we'll just figure this out. I'm making just a quick batch of protein balls. The reason I want to do this is I have some shredded coconut I want to use up, and this almond butter. Alright, not sure where I was, but I want to use up this almond butter before it goes rancid. Wanted to use up that last little bit of coconut that we've had, I think, since we moved here. So anyway, I'm just going to make some protein balls. My husband can take them for work. Actually, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know. The reason I don't know is because this might get too gooey to take to work in this heat. We might need to keep this at home. I don't really care. I'm making them. We can eat them whenever we need to. And that's just what I'm going to do and get into the freezer right now. Alright, I'm going to get started on these peach muffins, so I have just some muffins done. I have these from food pantries that need to be used up, so I'm just going to make a batch of peach muffins. I also have applesauce that I need to use up. They've been in the fridge for a while, and you can replace your oils with applesauce, or your egg. One of those. I'll have to look it up which one it is. Is it the egg? No. Pretty sure it's the oil. Anyway, we're going to use applesauce to kind of get that used up. And since the oven is on for the bread, I was like, let's make a batch of muffins and use up some of this applesauce because it needs to be used up. Alright, I am switching gears right now. I have banana bread in the oven as well as some muffins. And now I'm getting a triple batch of waffles going. And that's how I'm going to use today while on vacation, just so I can get stuff done in the freezer. You guys can play it, it's fine. I want stuff done in the freezer for the days that I have work, so it's just easy. I'm not too keen about freezing eggs because I feel like when they defrost, they're just more watery. So I'm doing a lot of the quick breads and like muffins and waffles, and I'm going to try, I think, Egger Homestead's I think she called it applesauce bread, because I have applesauce that I need to use up. I canned it up. Well, I made it all up from all the apples I got from the food pantry. I just never got them canned. And so they've sat in my fridge and they need to be used up before they go bad. So we'll just get it cooked up, and then I can put stuff in the freezer and I can just pull it out and then have boiled eggs. So they can be like a boiled egg, but obviously that's not filling, and then they can have like the breakfast carbs is what we call them, to eat until we can figure out lunches. Lunches I typically will do easy peasy, whatever, but I do want to get some of that done because there are times when I get off of work, come home, grab my daughter, take her to work, come back, heat up, barely have time to heat up lunch, check some schoolwork that anybody needs help on, and then I have to go to a second shift. And there's just not a whole lot of time for cooking in that, and that's kind of where the things like the frozen burritos happen, or little pizzas, or things that just aren't as healthy. So I would really like to just kind of get stuff prepped and made up for that. So let's see what we can get done. I'm out of milk, but I have this from the food pantry, and so that's what we're going to use today. And it'll help kind of use up the stuff. Why is math so hard today? I might regret this decision. So far this has taken me about 5 minutes to prep, and so let's see how long a triple batch of waffles takes to cook. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to get bacon started for a quiche. Let's see. See how fine that is? Let's see. Okay, it's still a little coarse. Do it a little bit longer. Put the lid on. Alright, so the lid is not on, because it won't go if the lid's not on. There you go. Thank you. Okay. I'll put this in the freezer. This is cooled down, and I need to I might just see if I can wipe it out and rebutter it for the next batch of bread. This is a applesauce with shredded carrots in it, and I'm going to cut up some walnuts and put them in there. This is 3 batches. Nobody has taken any of waffles. And let's see. I have no idea how much this is made. Let's see. There's 6, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 1 batch for my family, so probably 2 batches for my family is a triple batch. So that's good for me to know for next time. I probably will put a note in there. And this is with nobody snitching any. And I think I'd like to get 1 more batch done. This took me about an hour to do, so that's kind of a good reference for me for timing. I got the bacon done, and this is going to get turned into one of my favorite quiches, which uses some Swiss chard and bacon and eggs, and I think a bell pepper. I might actually have some bell pepper. I do. That we need to use up. Okay, so then, John, all you're going to do is just, I know, that's exactly how I like it. It's good for the lattes that way. So you're going to pour it in there. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. Now just kind of shake it out, tap it. There you go. All right, and then you just do that again. You can use this. Scoop out the coffee beans if you want. It's just flour. It's not going to kill anything. It'll help kind of soak up some of those oils. I needed coffee, so that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, we're just doing little bits at a time. It's almost 4, and for me it's really hard to just kind of get into my groove, but once I get in there, then we're going strong. So John is grounding up coffee for me because I was out, and yeah, I'm just going to start putting some of this away, clean it up a little bit, and then go on to the next thing. One of the things that I wanted to mention is I always try to do 2 for each member of our family. So this is a 14, and typically that is enough for all of us. It gives everybody 2, which is kind of a good carb count. Now my husband only does 1, but I have, and typically, honestly, I try to do only 1. Sometimes I need 2, sometimes I just need 1. But then those extra 2 go towards my almost teenage son and teenage son, who sometimes need a little extra. But they've also been trying to do like more protein and less carbs as well. So it just kind of depends on the day. But I just learned 14 works really, really great for our size family, giving everybody 2 for their meal. All right, we are on to making this quiche, and that is not gonna go in there. I'm trying to do this all from memory, so because I'm just gonna try to do it all from memory. So I remember onion and pepper. Now I do have 2 peppers in the fridge. One is an orange bell pepper, one is a red bell pepper. You know, the sweeter peppers. I know the kids love to snack on the orange, so I just set that aside. I'll cut it up and they can snack on that. And then I'm going to add a red pepper to my onions and about 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. And you cook it all in the bacon grease. And then I'm going to take some Swiss chard. Now remember, it does cook down like spinach. I don't think it does it as bad as spinach, but it does cook down. And so I'm going to kind of wash and chop up a lot. But remember, this is a quiche, so it's got to fit into like a pie pan. I'm going to be honest, I'm just going to cook it. I am going to cook it in a pie pan because I actually need my other pans. So yeah, nope, I just need to make sure that I have enough room for that. Now, there is bread in the oven for just, again, stuff that I'm trying to use up and out. So it's an applesauce bread. I've kind of got 2 videos that I'm filming right now. I've got another one that you'll see soon. This is mainly just like what we're eating and trying to use up. Oh, feta cheese. This has feta cheese in it. And I pretty much, I've learned since Aldi has the cheapest price on feta, and I think it's like $3.45, which is cheaper than I can find anywhere. I always have feta on hand because I absolutely love it, especially with eggs, especially with like a Greek salad. I love to have it on hand. So yeah, we're just gonna, I'll just, in the description box below, I will try to find the recipe for it. But if I can't, I'll type up one. This is a crustless quiche, and that's another reason why we loved it. She might have put it in a crust, but I never did. But whatever. We're just gonna make it up, and it's gonna have fun. Okay, I've got the Swiss chard, onion, bell pepper, and garlic all ready. This is the bacon. We're gonna chop up about 6 of these and put it in our quiche. And this is the eggs. You just need to use eggs. I think you can do a splash of milk or whatever, but I'm just gonna do some eggs, and that's gonna go into the oven for about 40 to 45 minutes if I remember correctly.
Pause it.
I've got 2 batches of waffles. I have banana bread. These are kind of flat, so I will just put them in here and probably end up using both of those within a few days of each other. And then this is some applesauce bread. The second loaf is over there. We'll probably have it tomorrow. I have some of these peach muffins. And we have in the fridge a lasagna that will work for 2 meals. In the oven, I have an apple crisp using the last of the food pantry apples that really needed to be used up. And this is that one quiche, and that will probably be for breakfast tomorrow. I still need to deal with this, so that's what's going to be the next project right now. Okay, for the next freezer meal that I'm going to make some, it's like potato frittatas with, what is this? Swiss chard. So the first thing I need to do is I need to wash, peel, and grate 2 cups of potatoes, but I'm going to double this, so it's going to be 4 cups. Okay, well, the good thing about making this cilantro potato dish, not only will it work for the freezer, but in simultaneously filming another video trying to use up what's available on hand, it also uses up cilantro. Now, I did buy this to make a dish with, and we ended up not doing it. So, I've been trying to keep this going as long as I can, and this will be great to use it up. I was so focused on kind of putting things away that I forgot to film kind of the ending for this video for today of all the what I accomplished today. But I did take a picture, and I'll post that here. But I made those fritters, and they were really good. I think I ate 3 of them because I realized I was really hungry. Just kind of focused on making sure kids ate while I was doing other stuff, and then realized I did not eat today, which was not a good idea because now I have a headache. So I ate some of those. Oh, I put those in the freezer. I put all the baked goods in the freezer. I have that apple crisp in the refrigerator. I have the lasagna ready in the refrigerator. We're going to have the quiche tomorrow for breakfast. That's just going to be a bread to kind of snack on. I'll pop that in the refrigerator. We can kind of eat it throughout the day. And on that note, I am done for the evening. I am very tired. I have a load of laundry going. I have the dishwasher is on its drying cycle. I even washed a load of dishes. This is actually the second load because that is full. I washed this load or previous load, dried and put them away, and this is the second load, and I probably should dry and put that away and get a third load in, but to be honest, I'm way too tired. So that's going to be it for this video for today. I don't know what I'm going to be able to piece together. We'll kind of see how this ends up being, but yeah. Did not get all the stuff done in the bedroom that I wanted, but I'm thinking that might just be a project I need to set aside until further notice, until I know what exactly I can do in there. Anyway, thank you for joining me today, and I will see you next time.